was a normal man until I read an email. The day started normally. I came home after a long day at work. All I wanted was to play some video games. When I saw I got an email from a random person, I didn't think much of it until I read the header. It said, "Want to hear a scary story that will keep you up all night?" I don't usually read spam emails, but I was bored and thought it may be fun to read. The story was about a man that keeps hearing a tapping sound around his home. He looked all day for it, but couldn't find it. That night, when he was laying down, the noise got louder. It was so loud he couldn't sleep. This keeps going for days and days until one day he lost his mind. He grabbed his shotgun and started shooting everything where he thought it was coming from. After he shot all his shells, he slumped down against the wall. He started laughing, not hearing anything. Thinking he was free from the sound, he went to bed, hoping he could get some sleep after days without it. When he closed his eyes, he started to hear the tapping sound again, right next to his head. When he opened his eyes, he saw something in the dark before letting out a scream. As I finished the story, I shook my head, thinking to myself, that was a weird story, but not thinking much after that. I started to play some games when I thought I heard a tap behind me. I turned around to see nothing but the dark. Maybe that story did scare me a little more than I thought. Realizing what time it was, I got up from my desk and went to the kitchen to make some food before bed. I opened my cabinet to find a pack of ramen, the only thing that kept me alive since I got out of college. The entire time I was making my ramen, I felt uneasy. Felt like I was being watched, someone breathing down my neck. Every time I turned around, there was nothing there. Thought it was still the story messing with my mind. After eating my dinner, I walked around my home, locking all the doors and windows to make me feel at ease. When I was done locking everything up, I laid down to sleep. After some time, I got woke up by a loud tapping sound. My eyes shot open, but my body wouldn't move, no matter how hard I tried. Then the tapping sound started again, this time right next to me. I know I had to look to see if it was just my mind being scared. I gave it all my strength. I rolled myself over to see something I cannot even begin to understand. It was like a thing from nightmares, something that cannot be of this world. After seeing it all I could do is shut my eyes. I hoped with everything it would just go away and I would be safe. After what felt like an eternity, my clock went off. Hoping it would be gone now that the sun was up, I opened my eyes. It was no longer there. I sat up in my bed, hoping that it was just a dream. Looking around, I didn't see anything. It all seemed like a dream. Then my computer made a sound, letting me know I have an email. Getting up, I walked over to it and saw an email, the header saying, "Thank you." I clicked on it, and my eyes opened up wide to what I was reading. "Thank you for reading my story. Last night, I hope it was to your liking. Hope I didn't scare you too much. I just was so excited that someone read it. I just had to come see you." I looked up and over to a mirror hanging on my bedroom door to see the monster from last night standing right behind me with a smile on its face. Frozen in fear, I looked back at the email. The last line read, "I hope you don't mind, but I have a hard time not tapping my fingers on things when I'm happy." Just as I read that, I heard the sound of tapping. I let out a scream of terror.